Deadpool is coming out, and I'm definitely excited. But do we know everything we need to? Here goes that intro. Anytime now. Excuse me? I'm dialing the manager. What is this? This intro isn't playing. Oh, what? Press the keys. I, C, U, Wiener. Hey! This still doesn't work. Wait a minute. What's your name, mister?
Cool. Dead.
Wait. Deadpool? Why, you little... Hey, Marvelites. What's up? Well, for me, it's that freaky, baby-faced son from the Teletubbies. Well, anyway, the Rhino here, your evil neighborhood Ryan. No, wait. Ryan here, your evil neighborhood Rhino. And as you can probably hear, I have a really bad cold right now. So
He needs some milk!
So, please mind the talking, the sniffles, anything, okay? So, let's get started. Deadpool is coming out incredibly fast. The 11th of some countries and 12th in America. It'll be based on the comic book character of the same name, who frequently breaks the fourth wall.
You're gonna do a superhero landing. Wait for it. Woo! Superhero landing. Yeah, that's really hard on your knees. Totally impractical. They all do it.
And will be played by Ryan Reynolds. It is definitely not your typical superhero movie, which is one of the reasons we are so hyped. It's not serious, it's literally purely action comedy. He's a mercenary who breaks the fourth wall and has mutant abilities after the Weapon Plus program, and he literally has a big mouth. He's even called a Merc with a mouth in the comic. He'll be teaming up with Negasonic Teenage Warhead, who will be played by Brianna Heidelberg, and the X-Men's Colossus, this time being played by Stefan Kapik. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. It's just going to be awesome and have a lot of references from the comics. There'll be a lot of swearing and some scenes, if you know what I mean. Especially after Fantastic, which doesn't even deserve that name, we expect a lot. And even if it turns out not to be that good, the amount of advertising they did make it look like it's the god of all movies. So yeah, you should be hyped too. So for the origins, let's start with the heroes. There is Vanessa Carlis. There is Vanessa Carlis, or better known as Copycat in the comics. Well, probably not that well known. She was name dropped in X2, X-Men United, when Mystique was searching through William Stryker's computer. She'll be played by Monora Baccarin, so she'll be created by Fabian Nicoliza and Rob Liefeld. And, as obvious as it is, she was a mutant born in the main continuity universe. So the long version, she can duplicate another humanoid or near humanoid so accurately that even those closest couldn't tell the difference. Unlike shape-shifting abilities like Mystique, Copycat's morphing goes to a genetic level, where she could reproduce powers as well. This ability actually functions in a sponge-like way, meaning that Copycat would begin to mimic another person just by being near them. Sometimes involuntarily. The extent of the transfer depends on the length of exposure. Her ability even allowed her to replicate her template side pattern, but the short version is she can just shapeshift and mimic power. Next is Negasonic Teenage Warhead, or otherwise known as Ellie Phimister. I almost bet you haven't seen her. She was created by Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely. And her power in the comics, she was a telepath, and she said she had precognitive nightmares and premonitions, which means she can predict the future. But it's said that she'll have different powers than in the comics. Then, our friendly Colossus. I'm not going to do him because we've seen enough of him already, but there should be an HQ Origins on him coming up sometime soon in the future. So, Blind Al. It's interesting, you know. In the comics, Blind Al was first Black Widow. Well, intended to be, because Joe Kelly wanted her to be responsible for Wade's cancer. But eventually it wasn't canon. She even dated Captain America before he got frozen. Her alias is Althea, or even Blind Alfred. She has no real powers, but an excellent shooter, although she is blind. In the movie, I guess there's going to be some story behind her working for an organization of some sort. She was created by Joe Kelly and Ed McGean. She's pretty much like Poole's mom, but grandma style. And Weasel, Deadpool's weapon guy. Named Jack Hammer, he's a friend, sidekick, information broker and arms dealer for Deadpool. Technically Wilson's best friend. He's an expert hacker and inventor. He has genius-level intellect and lots of knowledge on weaponry. Former Hydra worker was created by Fabian Nicaisia and Joe Mediorna. Now I'm douchebags. Baddie number 1, Angel Dust. Her first name is Christiana and her last name is unknown. In the comics, she was a good guy and was part of the team called the Mohr. She has very little information in the comics, and the only other thing we know about her is her powers. Angel Dust can change the level of her adrenaline, accessing superhuman strength for only a short time. Her strength varies from being able to lift 800 pounds to being able to lift 25 tons, depending on her adrenaline levels. When increasing the adrenaline, she also increases her speed, agility, and stamina, though it comes with a consequence. She can only use her powers for a short time before exhausting herself. When she uses her powers, because of the change in adrenaline with such impact, dark lines start appearing on her face. Let's go with Ajax next. He certainly looks interesting. Francis, last named Unrevealed, was also part of the Weapons Plus program with Deadpool. His powers were enhanced strength, inventive capacity, and after receiving implants, had super speed and agility. His nerves had also been removed, making him much better pain endurance. There's no such character as the Recruiter in the comics, so we're just gonna skip him, you know? And now, for the one we've all been waiting for, the star of the movie, Deadpool! Yay! So, in the early days of Deadpool, his mother died of cancer, and his father was trying to kill Wade when he was shot by his friend. Wade then joined the army, but was kicked out for being irresponsible, so he decided to be an assassin. On a mission, he met Vanessa Halsey. Eventually, he learned he had cancer and broke up with Vanessa. Being the risk taker he is, he joined the Weapon Plus program, who said they could cure his cancer. That's how he got his powers. That's how he got the powers he has now. He eventually escaped and became Deadpool. Now, he has his own movie. He's amazing. Well, thanks all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and you should know the routine by now. If you want to get more out of our content, subscribe. If you like our videos, like the videos, and share it with your friends if you'd like. Check out our last video, which is about Marvel DC copycats, why they exist, and 15 of them. And we could do a Deadpool review, but why would we when our friend Nathaniel Higgins already did it over at his channel, the Higginaters. And as you watch it straight away when this comes out, it'll just take you to his channel. Link in the description and all the videos in that little I button at the top right of the screen. Last week's Guess Who's answers were Mystique's head, Punisher's body and arms, Captain America's shield, and Ghost Rider's legs and motorbike. Congratulations to Nathaniel Higgins himself who got all of it correct. Have your good luck with this one and bye!